Browns domed stadium in Brook Park. Last night, the governor, Mike DeWine, signed the budget that included the $600 million allocated from the state to the Haslam Group so they can build that domed stadium in Brook Park. Jimmy Haslam, owner of the Browns, talked about why this project is so important.
Building this dome facility, we'll go from having 10 events a year in our current stadium to having all kinds of events. And I think it's really important for everybody to understand that, yes, there'll be 10 NFL games and hopefully more, but there'll also be a chance to have national championship games in football, Final Four games in basketball, men's and women's. There'll be a chance to have the Sweet 16 here. The Women's World Cup has come to the U.S. in 31. We will put in a bid for that. Would we have gotten a bid in? If we'd had it, we'd have had a bid for the Men's World Cup, which comes next year, as you know. So you have to think big and broad. All the concerts that we've missed that go to Detroit or go somewhere else, Indianapolis, will now come here. So it is going to be transformational.
With that, let's welcome in Rich Exner. He is a reporter for Plain Dealer, cleveland.com, reports on regional development, has followed this from the beginning. Rich, what about it? Is that realistic that this can be that type of venue that draws those type of events?
I guess I don't see why not. I've been to the Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis, and certainly they got that infrastructure down there, and they've had a reputation for years. But I guess the question would be, why not Cleveland if some of those things can go to Indianapolis and Detroit or other cities like that? The big one people talk about, of course, is the Super Bowl. And I thought it was interesting when I had a brief chance to talk to Roger Goodell, commissioner of the NFL, on the phone here a few weeks ago. I tossed that question out there, and he was quick to answer, but not really answer. Yes, the facility would be enough for a Super Bowl, but we look at lots of things like hotel rooms and infrastructure. So he was pretty non-committal on that big one that everybody talks about, the Super Bowl. But I think on a lot of these other events, why not Cleveland if it's happened in other markets that are similar size?
And you know, the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission does a great job. So, you know, give them something else to kind of show off the region with, if you will.
Right. I mean, how many times have we had the NCAA basketball tournament downtown? But I think pretty much the reason we probably haven't seen regional finals here is they tend to go to these bigger facilities. I assume that I just saw your clip there from Jimmy Haslam talking with great ambition about some of these things. But those things go into markets these size. They don't have to go into markets so huge like a Dallas or an LA. So why wouldn't Cleveland be a player if they have the facility for it? The difference is, of course, there's a lot of comparisons drawn to Detroit, Minneapolis, and in Indianapolis, and those are all downtown facilities. And that's just the one negative people are throwing out about this. This is sitting out by an airport next to a Ford company, or Ford plant that's still operating, not downtown where you have all these other hotels and everything to create that vibe and maybe convenience for the people going there.